Shadow and Bone and us shouldn't be combined, but we did do that to make a spoiler-free review on the series for you. But first, let's take a look at our reactions.
Scene from La La Land. This is like, guys, do you not know where to go? Oh yeah, you don't know where to go. We're going to the Asha.
All these snacks, but I'm the real snack.
Oh. Hey, hold on. If she's going like that, it would make sense for her to go that way.
Malina!
This is Jasper. He's perfect.
Peach! We're winning this battle.
Your mistake was the physics. Was just you being bad at physics. No, if she's in the palace, it's gonna be hella difficult for them to kidnap her.
I really hope Kaz like tweezes his eyebrows. He looks like angry.
I think he embodies the character very well.
I like the acting.
He was born ready for this role. Not because he wants to manipulate her. He's using her as a means to an end. And his means to an end is ultimately good. The only reason that he's a villain is because he's trying to save the world. But then things go wrong and he turns into a zealot and it becomes extremism. Come on, turn
She looks so awkward.
Yeah! He's trying to save Ravka, his country, and his people.
Yeah, but he's
by
killing-
gaining control of the
killing
foe.
others.
He's eradicating all other
He's
territories.
killing others.
Because the killer! 36,000 times.
It's a gift to the queen he knew.
She disobeyed his direct orders.
You know what else?
His mother,
Just be quiet.
his mother fell off a cliff. He was sad, bro.
Because, and here we see.
Don't ship Darklina, but I don't ship Malina. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, let's introduce who likes who. From left to right, Sophia, Melek, Emilie like Malina, Arina, Irina, Malina don't. Disclaimer before we start.
None of us had any symptoms. We don't have a temperature. And the second thing is we see each other almost every day because we go to school, and even though we have like a mask, like what's it called, like a mask regime? I don't know. We have like masks are mandatory. We eat together. And the second thing is in Russia, like the situation is a bit different. Masks are not required anymore.
Even we still wear them outside.
But because each of us wear and take care, like we took care that like if we had symptoms we wouldn't be here. So we really hope you enjoyed this video and weren't concerned about our health, but that's really nice if you were. So yeah, love it. So this is editing Malina, and we had a power cut when we were filming, so like half of the review didn't work because of the lighting. So I had to use my brain like Kaz would and think of a plan B. Not even a plan B, a plan F in fact. Watch the video, our own video, and I made some key points, some key notes. Sophia gave it a 7 out of 10, the rest of us gave 11 out of 10, and Irina dropped out because she had exams, so we don't know what she thinks. Well, except we know that she liked it, but like, yeah. Now, let's just quickly comment and summarize on what we talked about. The reason that Sophia gave it less was because she thought that the plot was better in the books, and we all actually agreed. But what we did say was, hats off, Kaz's fedora off to the director for actually managing to pull off the whole combining two completely different series, Six of Crows and like Shadow and Bone together. It was really good. The cinematography, the cinematic parallels, they were brilliant. It made for an absolutely compelling viewing, and we all agreed it was worth our Saturday. But yes, it was very different from the book. I'm sure all the readers here have the same question, like, how different is it from the book? The answer is like quite different, but honestly, I have been waiting for this for like 3 years. Many of you, I'm sure, have been waiting longer because the books came out back in 2012. My tip is keep an open mind, walk into it ready, and I think you'll like it because the character is amazing and it's all there. Think of it like some sort of fan fiction. You know when people write those like crossovers? Yeah, that's that. Even if you really don't want the original book to change, which I guess is fair, you to you, it's just watch it at least for the interaction between Kaz and the Darkling. New ship unlocked, Kazling. Barnes and Freddie Carter, just these two in general. Oh, also Jasper. Whatever our thoughts, we collectively agreed on one thing, and that was that Jasper was superior, and if he shot a hole through all of us instead of that like fake coin, we would have thanked him. So Milo and Jasper, Gilo, the new like love of our lives, they all could have used more screen time though, and the arcs could have been a little bit more developed, but it's only the first season. Fingers crossed for the second one. The charisma and just the chemistry in general, thank you, it was insane. Also, we just talked a little bit about the CGI, so like We thought that the effects that they used could have been better, honestly, but the fold was really good. We really appreciated it. And the landscapes, like Hungary, I'm pretty sure that's where they filmed. Yeah, it was really pretty, and the castle, like the little palace, it was good. Just one thing, we kind of hoped that they would film in Russia as well, because it seemed like the respectful thing to do, and we're totally not hoping this, because then we'd all can say like, oh look, they're in the same country as us. I really appreciate whoever cast Alina as the main character, because Jessie is part Chinese, she's half Asian, and it was just really nice for me, because I'm half Korean, to see representation of mixed characters in TV shows, because I feel like it was done very well. Because usually like mixed characters, they're side characters or like main characters, but the struggle kind of doesn't really get shown. And what I mean by struggle is there's certain things that people say mixed people that they just don't say to other people. Like especially the whole, oh really, you're Korean, you don't look Korean enough, or like, whoa, you're Russian, I never would have thought, like, where are you really from? That's just personally really appreciated the fact that Alina was represented by a mixed race character, and I want to say thank you for the person who cast them. We all really appreciate you. And now the light went back on right about now, so let's go back to the review where we're all together. So confused as to what's gonna happen next, because the way that they ended it, they connected the characters. That means that they're gonna have to focus on people who didn't focus on now, but then that means that they're not gonna use the second and the third books if they're only gonna focus on them. So they're gonna have to connect it again, and it's gonna have to be not messy, and it's gonna have to be better than this time.
Actually, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna connect Six of
That's
Crows
like
and
my
Shadow.
issue.
And that's what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
There is a plot issue.
Either from the very beginning they shouldn't have mashed them, but they did mash it, and I'm happy that they did. But now it's too late to unmash them. They have to keep going, and they have to not mess it up, because you have a whole lot of like
But you
precious
know,
down
I think like, you know, at the end, if that's not a spoiler.
We'll cut that out. Here, I'm the cynical cast. Keep going with the tropes. It needs to be done well, or it's gonna turn into a cliche, like super cliche, extremely cliche, bad YA book, and the critics are gonna ban it, and we're not gonna get another important movie to Hollywood, and we're not gonna get this beautiful, diverse like cast of actors to get what they deserve.
Yeah, because there was the diversity in the actors.
It's brilliant.
I
It's
love
brilliant.
how I've never seen a series with like such diversity, and like the characters, they all are different.
Yeah.
But it's also like beautiful and stuff.
They're different, and it's like very fitting, and they're not whitewashed, and it's
Yes.
great.
Also, can we talk about how it's not pushed? All the LGBTQ rights are respected, the trauma is respected, the diversity is respected, and can we just say they're not like trying to tick off a bingo that's like, oh, we included this guy, oh, we included this girl. It genuinely feels right, and it's not feels forced, and I feel like we're finally making progress in our Hollywood of whitewashed people.
Oh, we're gonna wait for like a year for the next season.
No way.
Lee herself, she has the limp, that she has a cane herself. And I really respect that she kind of like put her pain. It always makes me like really emotional to see that she has the issue and she put it like into her books. So I just feel like this is another kind of thing, the racial issue and the like disabilities.
It's probably like a way to express herself, her personal.
I feel like if they mess this up, it's gonna really hurt her, because it's her. It's all.
That's
her.
why it's good that she's on set, because she can like give like her view of like what she wants to be out there.
Yeah, how she improved, because in 2012 we had this like extremely like Shadow and Bone, where basically it's not as diverse, and then like Six of Crows, where we make progress and we really see this like brilliant characters and fabulous plot development, which is really nice to see. All in all, what do we think? Are we glad that I made you read the books beforehand?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I wished I would have read more, because like I would have just to know better the characters in the background.
Yes, they are. It wasn't the fake brand feminist that's being pushed in media right
like
now.
they were
Yes.
they were
Feminists
beautiful, but not perfect.
Feminists who genuinely,
Who
genuinely want equality and are just like kill all men. Bop bop.
Basically, in the show, right? Everyone, the women go off beautiful, but like the men as well. Cass, the power he holds, Jesper, the dark lady.
Just everyone.
Not
is,
saying
everyone.
like,
Everyone is so badass.
It's
Even Mel had his badass moments. Like,
also,
come on.
can we just appreciate the fact that like even though they kind of portrayed the whole issue that like gay people and women faced like in Tsarist Russian in the 19th century, like everywhere around the world it was like that, but like can we just appreciate that they showed the problem, but at the same time, when Zoya is doing her thing, the Darkling isn't like, you're a woman, you can't do that. Like, they respectfully kind of like outlined it, but it wasn't like this misogynistic comments weren't forced onto us.
I also like how Zoya wasn't as terrible in the series as she seemed in the books.
Yeah, but I'd really like to have explored her more. Like, I feel like I kind of lacked some sort
I feel like
Again, that's the
in the
screen
8
time.
episodes, they didn't have the time to explore like everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe like if there were more, it would have been more. We could have explored all the characters a little bit more.
Again, that's what I meant in relation to screen time, but also I feel like the first episode should have been based more on like introducing each character with the same amount of detail. Because
What they should definitely have done, like, okay, this might have been an unpopular opinion. Okay, 8 episodes is usually a good time for a series, but Lee, she put so much effort into her world building, I'm just not sure it was enough time.
I'm just interested through the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I'm sure if they went, like, we don't ask them to like make it everything too slow and like spend hours on everything. It's just like a little bit more development into that.
Thank you for getting me to 200 followers. I forgot to
Don't like stay up like to like 5 a.m. to watch the thing.
It's also
Like it's nice to have some time. Like if you watch like 2 episodes in a while, like in a few days, then you can think about it and like try to find out what's gonna happen, and it's more interesting because you think more about what's happening,
yeah,
and then you continue.
And like if you do choose to stretch it out over a longer period, I think there was like the first 20 seconds of each episode. It was a recap.
You know how on Netflix they always like
Previously on Shadow and Bone.
Yeah, but can we just like go back to the attention like with detail for a second? I'm just waiting. I don't know if you guys know Mina Lee. She analyzes the costumes from shows. What I really want her to do is I want her to talk about the historical like accuracies and potentially inaccuracy. So all of us here, we're taking a Russian history class. So the references to Tsars, they weren't lost on us. We seen who we thought was Yekaterina II.
Yeah, on the painting.
Who's like an expert on like cuisine? I expected them to serve borscht.
Like how to do this.
Yeah, or like.
But it didn't like stand out to me as it was like weird, but it's true. They maybe could have
They could have used a bit more detail.
They just served like a tiny chicken.
They didn't drink kvass.
Yeah, that was confusing for
It was
me.
like she like always like
There was
like-
such an emphasis on that in the book, but not in the TV show.
Lee took really like care. A lot of people are complaining that the Russian isn't accurate because she's like Alina Starkov. Hi, as Russians here, it's pronounced Alina Starkova normally because the women that you add an A to their name. Like sometimes it's a choice, but most of the times it's not. It's like gendered, like French, like Spanish.
No, but I think like Alina was like I know it wasn't perfect, but it was fine compared to like others. Like the name Ivan, they said Ivan.
That's how you say it in English. That was like
Still.
what was weird for me was it's моя царица.
Мой царь и моя царь.
Please, next time hire us Russians.
No, but like there's not that many words that were like really like essential to know.
That's another
So
thing
the
they should
actors
have
could have learned. There was like I don't know, like 5 words they could have like pronounced better. And like I know it's in English, but it comes from like Russian culture, so you could have like made the effort.
And Dutch one as well.
Yeah,
like,
Dutch.
Honestly, they should have taken more care. I really respect them for like trying to get the costumes right. It was clear where the budget went there. But like seriously, if you're doing a world that's loosely based on Russia, loosely based on the Netherlands, you should really try more with the pronunciation.
I feel like they didn't add many Dutch words, so I didn't really see anything that bothered
That was a
me.
lack. Also, the fact that the shoe, like the shoe people, they're based on China. Because if you look at a map, it's like Russia and like China and like the Scandinavian countries, right? I'm still really happy. It wasn't the perfect show, but I think it has like potential to grow.
I think for like as I've seen other like book films from books. And this was like
This was one of the best ones.
One of the
Best
best.
adaptations, definitely.
Like I wasn't disappointed, and I was like expecting a lot from it. Like I was really excited. We talked about it for months, so I was really expecting something good, and it was good. The kieftas, can you talk about the kieftas? They were like I imagined. They were like good.
What I lacked personally was the references to the weather. So it's snowing 1 minute, it's like
Yes.
burning sun.
Exactly. It was always kind of grayish and dark. I know that it's like they were at war and stuff, but you can still have sun.
The characters didn't seem to struggle with the weather at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cold. If
They were
it's
like,
snowing
we're
so
cold.
much.
Yeah. It was just one point they were like, oh, I think my toe froze in the snow.
Guys, it's -40. It's like Siberia. You're
Like we know,
like,
like it's
come
their
on.
hazardous.
has to cover their ears.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and their face wasn't even protected. I'm like, when we go outside, I'm like,
Also, the fact that the soldiers they had their uniform, but it was like it kind of looked like those blazers, but like warmer.
God, yeah.
That's no. In Russia, people would not let you out looking like that. You need a shuba. You
would have like literal fur stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, in the series, they put a flashback to like his story.
Oh my God,
that was
yes,
amazing
yes.
because I hadn't read that part in the book.
I
feel like people who were not gonna read the books before they watch the series, they're gonna understand so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened, and like you don't need to read the books to watch the thing. And
You watching.
Yeah, you watching this. The adult fantasy Mistborn is very good. It's like it's kind of similar to Shadow and Bone in regards to the fabricators. That's the only thing. But again, it's like a lot of people bash the books for being like, it's similar to Harry Potter. Like, I'm sorry, but Harry Potter is not the original magic system.
I just say I wanted to see something similar for Kaz as with the Darkling. Like, kind of the trauma he went
backstory.
through. Because, like, for people who haven't read the books, it would be difficult for them to understand why Kaz is so closed
They're
off.
probably
and,
still
like-
mad at like
yeah, and they
Ganesh
would be
not
confused.
happening.
They're like, why is like
Yeah.
nothing happening with Inej? And stuff. I hope like at least in the second season they will do that.
We have immense trust in you.
It's a
My money
threat. No.
and with my life, and it is low-key a threat. I will buy those hunting knives and I will yeet them at you through the camera. Please, for God's sake, do not.
No pressure. Yeah.
Debbie Ryan.
Thank you.
Can we all collectively do something to like outro?